was a man who felt fire in his soul, and through one man's vision, we feel the difference deep in our bones. And we want everyone to know we are Usana. We're changing the world. We live like a life. Haven't you heard? We dream of a place for all human race to be healthy and happy for life. The future's upon us. We are. Not many years ago, there was a man who felt fire in his soul, and through one man's vision, we feel the difference deep in our bones. And we want everyone to know we are Usana. We're changing the world. We live like a life. Haven't you heard? We dream of a place for all human race to be healthy and happy for life. The future's upon us. We are Usana. Year after year we grew, going forth with the power of two. Now it's changing lives, one person at a time, and it's waiting for you. And there's nothing we can't do. We are Usana. We're changing the world. We live like a life. Haven't you heard? We dream of a place for all human race to be healthy and happy for life. The future's upon us. We are Usana. Nation to nation we go. Not many years ago, there was a man who felt fire in his soul, and through one man's vision, we feel the difference deep in our bones. And we want everyone to know we are Usana. We're changing the world. We live like a life. Haven't you heard? We dream of a place for all human race to be healthy and happy for life. The future's upon us. We are Usana. Year after year we grew, going forth with the power of two. Now it's changing lives, one person at a time, and it's waiting for you. There's nothing we can't do. We are Usana. We're changing the world. We live life and love it. Haven't you heard? We dream of a place for all human race to be healthy and happy for life. Not many years ago, there was a man who felt fire in his soul. And through one man's vision, we feel the difference deep in our bones. And we want everyone to know we are Usana. We're changing the world. We live life and love it. Haven't you heard? We dream of a place for all human race to be healthy and happy for life. The future's upon us. We are Usana. Year after year we grew, going forth with the power of two. Now it's changing lives, one person at a time, and it's waiting for you. And there's nothing we can't do. We are Usana. We're changing the world. We live life and love it. Haven't you heard? We dream of a place for all human race to be healthy and happy for life. The future's upon us. We are Usana. Nation to nation we go, making the whole world our home. Now together we're standing, one big family, united and strong. We are Usana. We're changing the world. We live life and love it. Haven't you heard? We are Usana. We're changing the world. We live life and love it. Haven't you heard? We dream of a place for all human race to be healthy and happy for life. The future's upon us. We are Usana. We The future's upon us. We are Usana. The future's upon us. We are Usana. Good morning, good afternoon, very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our Yosana family members who've joined us today for this beautiful, wonderful India Opportunity Connect. And of course, as usual, we bring to you all the latest updates, some interesting facts every week. And for all those of you who, of course, do not know me, my name is Gunjan Sai, and I am the Director for Sales and Marketing for Usana India. And it's totally a pleasure to be connected with you. And every week we look forward to all your questions. And thank you so much. Our mails, our WhatsApp, our chats are like full with all your questions, and we are super excited about what you are sending to us. And as usual, today we will be answering a lot of these questions. Of course, for your reference. But today we also have something very, very interesting for all of you, because I'm sure you've heard of this fact that, USANA, the market expansion team, which is being headed by Dan Whitley, and his entire team has been researching about USANA in India for almost now close to 5 years. Not one, not two, but many market researches have happened. And that's how, they've kind of decided on the product, what is it that the Indian consumer needs. And today, of course, we have certain findings for you available for you to know as to why is it and how is it that the vitamins, mineral, and supplements are being perceived by Indians in India. So today we're going to be taking you through the market research findings that the results have been shared. They've been done by Mintel, they've been done by the Euromonitor. So we're going to be very excited to share those with you. And of course, as usual, the entire week, as I said, was we received a lot of questions from all of you, and we would be happy to answer all your questions also today. So let's get started. And as you know, okay, unique selling point for all the Indians will remain these. And let me, of course, keep this posted one more time for you. Our consumers in India are quite, especially all the people who are interested in health supplements are totally aware about it. So they need this little bit more education from your side as to why cellular health. Why cellular health is unique. What is it that's going to be that Usana can offer to them extra? And of course, don't worry, our product presentations are getting prepared. We will have a lot of pitching to be done when we kind of, in our Usana opportunity connects that we do with India. So we will also be, of course, supporting you with all of that. Family reference count. So remember, you connect with One India, his or her entire family is connected with you in some way or the other. So yes, you need to find the right connects. Trustworthy brand. This is something that Indians really hold, to their heart. They need to be associated with a brand which they can trust. They need to be associated with a brand that is reputed. And it's as we've kind of been sharing all this with you. We're like a it's an entire middle class population that's kind of more towards the aspiring needs, and they look forward to using, to kind of living, the higher the prestigious things in life, and hence it's the trustworthy brand that will really appeal to them. The fact that we are publicly traded, the fact that 30 years of Usana in the entire world, and now, of course, the 25th market. So we are amongst the top 15 in the industry. So that's another thing people in India will always be interested about. And when we talk about the compensation plan, of course, you know that we are like very, very rewarding, and you know this pretty well. We reward on the depth, which means
they get a lot of security in their business. Yeah, weekly payout something. A few of the companies have offered this in India, but not all. So do talk about it. And now whatever they work in a week, they get paid the very next week. Mostly we are in India, we are of the mindset, oh, I do the work for the entire month and then, after another week, probably I will get my payment. But this is again so very unique. And of course, Yusan offers a bouquet of things for the Indian people in India, which is right from the customer programs to the affiliate and of course through the associates. Yeah. And as we said, today is the day where we're going to be talking to you a little bit about the market research. And this particular research is more, of course, related to the products and why and what of the products, how you should be pitching these products in India. So when you see this headline out here, which is the VMS means vitamins, uh, mineral, and of course the supplement category. So this is what we mean by VMS. So as a short form on the slide, this is what you would see. And of course, now what has happened is government and private educational campaigns are creating awareness about the VMS use. So that's a good thing. Government is also taking this initiative. Government has, in India formed a committee that's called Ayush, and yes, they focus on Ayurveda, Unani, and all of that. But at the same time, a lot of supplements benefit are now being educated to the India customers. This category, of course, has been growing continuously. So as you see, the last from 2018 to 21, about a 30% growth in various product launches. Yeah, and this is now becoming a more premium category, which means yes, there are products that are available, let's say, at a very, very nasty price, but then there are the premium categories, and the premium category is, of course, growing at about 117%. So remember, Usana and you yourself are in the right space when you talk about the Indian consumers. Then, of course, the VMS category completely enjoys a very, very positive image with the Indian consumers. Men perceive if they are taking these supplements, they are covering the entire holistic health. And of course, a lot of consumers between the age of 25 to 34, about 39% of them, they look forward to it as preventive health. So when they take it, of course, they think that, chances are I am taking care of my health much better, chances to fall sick would be lesser. And the tier one city consumers, they feel essential nutrition is what they can get with vitamins, minerals, and supplements. So that's another big fact that you see out here. And now talking about some of the trends. As he said, there's a growing emphasis on health and wellness. People have now started practicing multiple means to gain their healthy life, whether it's with the exercise, with the diet, or with the supplementation. They're looking at multiple means. Yeah. Lifestyle intervention. Consumers, of course, are seeking solution to lifestyle related health issues, which has, of course, now increased after the pandemic as well. Yes, things are now almost back to normal, but that pandemic fear and what we faced continues. So people are looking now to various solutions to lead a healthy lifestyle. And definitely, people who are in the urban cities feel pressed for time. They are stressed throughout, and they look for active ways to, cope up with the high stress life and the high stress environment that we are facing quite regularly here in India. And you know that our major cities in India are, of course, highly polluted. That's another kind of a stress factor that we will see. And some of the insights for our category, a lot of people, I mean, and of course, 50% of males, and also older 55 plus years, if you see, and 55% of females, they report having, sort of doctor's prescription for a VMS category product. So, which means that if you're looking at older people, they would probably, go for, oh, what my doctor is recommending, I would like to take that. There is a doctor, unlike various other countries, there is a doctor in every locality, like a general physician that they like to refer to. Something like a family doctor concept is pretty common in India as well. But when you look at the younger consumer, They are like more open, and just about 40% would go to a doctor, but they're willing to kind of try these supplements more often. And yes, everybody in a lot, 52% consumers say organic and natural is what they prefer. So talk about all the natural ingredients, extracts of the natural ingredients that we are using in our product. But over a period of time, keep in mind this category is now also becoming crowded. So we need to distinguish ourselves. We need to talk more about the fact that how is it that we are unique? How is it that we are better? Yeah. So if you look at it, no single VMS company owns more than 10% of the market share, which means there are a lot of, it's a big market, and there are a lot of companies that are operating into it, which means we also have a very good scope to operate in this big market. Yeah. So keep that in mind. It's a crowded thing, and we need to establish our uniqueness. We need to talk about the technologies that we use in our product, and especially, about the intelligence technology that we would launch the core essentials with. And then, of course, as I said in the beginning, trust matters. And 85% of the respondents, they said they rank a brand with a credible and trustworthy reputation as an important purchasing factor. So yes, our vision of having the healthiest family on earth, the fact that Dr. Myron Wentz worked so much on cellular nutrition, and talking, of course, about the cellular health will matter. Talk more about the brand. Talk about the brand that this is publicly quoted has been around for 13 years and now entering into India. So build that credibility with the brand while you are approaching the consumers in India, especially for the products. Yeah. And there's something that also now I would like to, bring to your notice. Vitamins and dietary supplements are sought after by consumers to maintain their wellness from inside out. So, what is it? The first thing that they look forward to? Well, the first thing that they look forward to with this category is, of course, immunity. Yeah, that's the first priority for the consumers. And I'm sure you understand why this has happened is, of course, because of the fact that COVID has just gone by. So immunity is something. The second one comes to them is about energy. And then, of course, they look for beauty and the cellular health and all of that. So talk about these three things, which is immunity, energy, and of course the beauty. Yeah. So then you see there's muscle gain also, and then there's digestive health. Yes, this category is really growing, and we are of course looking at coming into this category in India very very soon. And the next wave of products will cater to the digestive health, and could be because of the eating habits and of course the lifestyle that we live. Digestive health is of big concern to the Indians. So yes, our wave two products will be more focused towards the digestive health. Now let's quickly get into the products and talk about some of just the key findings that we've seen with the market research. So, and you know that we are going to be manufacturing all these products in India with our third party, and we do have a tie with about three-quarters of these third parties. And a few market research highlights that you I would bring to your notice is when we look at core essentials, this basically falls, of course, into the general health wellness, and that's the number one most used claims by this category companies, and has seen a big growth of about 35%, followed, of course, by the immune system claims with this, which is at about 128%. So the basic multivitamin, multi-mineral category is a claim that all companies are using, and in core essentials, you get that support from Usana's side. Talking about Biomega, again, this is a very competitive landscape, and it's seeing growing targeted claims for hair, skin, nail, and health. And 40% or 42% of the respondents are actually looking for efficacy claims on packaging that mentions healthier skin, healthier body health, cardiovascular health, brain health, all of that. So people are looking for those kind of claims out there. Magnet Bone health, of course, is among the key functional claims experiencing growth about 70%. So, our thought in bringing these products in the first wave was because these are the basic products that are needed by an individual. And yes, all of these products, the category is quite well growing. And problems, when you look at the problems related to bones are now increasing due to the aging population. And of course, there are various related factors such as obesity and sedentary lifestyle that we see amongst Indians. And now for a unique product such as the Vision X, eye health is an emerging targeted health benefit. And we know how this work-life stress, the screen time has gone up amongst consumer world across. Yeah. So, and this has gone up considerably even amongst the younger population. They are more on the phone. I mean, they are on the phone even more. So, yes, eye health is something people are now getting more aware about. Yeah. So, Vision X, of course, helps us to kind of work in that category. And the good thing is, not very many. There are companies with this kind of a product with lutein and zeaxanthin, but we are amongst the uniqueness. And of course, we can talk about more about the good vision that you saw. Proflavon C200, of course, more towards the immunity, the cardiovascular claims, and energy than amongst the key claims that you could get started with. And now, looking into the Coquelin, 45% of the residents kind of reported that they look for efficacy claims that mention increase in energy. So remember that one of the slides where we talk about immunity and then energy. So of course, Coquelin kind of helps support that benefit. Yeah. During the COVID outbreak, work life stress and fatigue have gone up considerably. And any product that address these issues will resonate with the consumer even more. So, and especially, with the urban areas, and I'm sure you are going to be connecting with more people in the urban area. And you, of course, get this as the wave one product as we go ahead and launch. And yes, coconut in India would be a vegetarian format. That was one of the questions that we received this week, and we will shortly be answering your question. Someone had asked us, how can coconut be a vegetarian because it's a soft shell capsules? So, well, in India, the coconut 100 would be a tablet, and it comes with a vegetarian sauce out there. Yeah. And then talking about Procosa, specifically bone and joint health, 46% of respondents have reported that they look for these kind of efficacy claims. Many also reported that they look for claims of products that additionally increase energy. Yeah. And talking about the weight management, a lot of people are looking at it. In the initial stages, as you know, we would be launching two flavors, and these chocolate and vanilla Nutella flavors, we will have them as single serve sachets. Yeah. So for people, it'll be like more on the go. They can just take the sachet with them and use it as and when they want. They need not carry just the powder separately. So it'll be like more on the go usage for them. And yes, 46% of the respondents reported that they look for meal replacement. And one of the most dynamic categories in the 2021 and has seen a good growth in this category. In fact, one of the major companies in India, of course, that thrives on that. Yeah. So 5 in 10 consumers have consumed some kind of protein powder mixes in the past 6 months, which means people are very, very open to a nutri meal option out here. So that was more like a quick snapshot that I wanted to share with you on some of the market research findings. We will bring to you more of these in the latest updates that we will continue to share with you every week. And compensation plan, you already know that we will be offering three different bouquets to you. For the preferred customer, we will have it for affiliates and, of course, for the associates. Last time we were asked as to what are the benefits for all these. So, well, for customers, they get to buy products at preferred price. They also can also buy at the auto order discounts that we will be launching, of course, in India. Talking about the affiliates, how will they earn with their customers? We are, of course, forming up the plans in terms of the earnings. So please be patient with us. But yes, around 15 to 20%, which the other markets like in the US, Canada, Mexico are looking at a 15 to 20% commission. Something similar would be there in terms of the affiliate earnings in India, and a 10% mask match of whatever your personally sponsored affiliate earns. So that's another thing in terms of the earnings for the affiliate. And for associates, I'm sure you already know all this. 50 SVP qualifications for all centers, yes? And this is a question that we've been getting almost like every week. Is this 50 SVP for all the three business centers? So, yes, it is, yeah? So, just one, and they place it in their first business center, and that helps activation for all three. So business center maximization at 3,000 SVP, which would be the direct level. And commissions are paid out on the matching volumes of 35 left hand side and 35 right hand side. So that, would be a good amount of money that they would get every week. And you know about the bonuses, the leadership and the elite bonus. But quickly, there will be no volume that kind of flows outside of India. So that helps us to reinvest into the market and also stay legally compliant with the laws of the land. Yeah. And as international leaders, you already know that you would be getting for the first year until December 2024 40% of whatever your personally sponsored associate in India earns in terms of their CVP. So keep that in mind. And yes, as international associates, if you kind of go ahead and let's say enroll a preferred customer, so whatever their purchase is, whatever their order is, you would get 20% of that. If you kind of go ahead and enroll an affiliate, but remember, our recommendation to you would be kindly enroll only if you are a participating market in the affiliate program. Yeah. So you earn a matching 20% of your personally referred affiliates compensation. Okay. And now that we quickly move towards the question and answer, which of course I'm sure you are interested in knowing all of that, just remember visit the hub for the presentation. And if you have something that you need to connect with your home country. But our India customer service email ID is active. I recommend please take a screenshot of this. It's called customer service in at usanaindia.com. And Amit, our customer service manager, and his team are replying to all your questions, on a very, very, I would say, prompt basis. So please go ahead, try send in all your questions, and you will also see that the next week we are also taking up the same questions for the benefit of all the other international affiliates as well. And of course, our social channels are active on the Facebook and Usana India. Hope you're already following all of these. Yeah. Okay, and now quickly bringing to you what are the weekly connects. We told this to you the last time, and also again re-emphasizing the fact that every Tuesday in India we will be holding two meetings. Yeah, the first one is the current one, the one that you, of course, have enrolled in now, which is majorly for all of our international associates. Here, you would get to see the India progress, India updates. We would like to answer all your questions that you are sending in to us. The time for this is 9 a.m. India time. Meeting ID is already written here. This is the recurring meeting ID. So each time you can log in over the same meeting ID. But as per your feedback, we've also now decided to hold on another meeting, and that's specifically, of course, for all your Indian guests who would like to know more about what USANA is. And as you understand, uh, people in India, of course, do not know much about USANA. They need to know what is USANA, why is USANA different. So in that, we would talk more about the USANA difference. We would talk a little bit more on the products. We would talk about compensation plan, not so much in detail. I guess you would like to connect with them more on that. And this meeting would happen every Tuesday, our India time at 5 p.m. And the meeting ID, of course, is written out there. Yeah. So this is the recurring meeting link every week, every Tuesday. Here's just a snapshot in case you want to take a picture in terms of the timings that are meant for various markets. So if you are in from the US, especially from the state of Utah, it would be 9:30 p.m. the previous day. For Singapore, Philippines, Malaysia time, this meeting is 11:30 a.m. Sydney time would be 1:30. And this one is for the International Associate. Talking about the Indian prospects, this would be at 5 p.m. India, but Singapore, Philippines, Malaysia time would be about 7:30 p.m. So these are the weekly connects that we are holding every week, not just for you, but also for any prospects who would like to know kind of more about Usana in India. And yes, in the evening meeting, we kind of talk more about in Hindi. It's a mixture of Hindi and English because that's what the audience would, of course, like to hear from us. And now we finally get into all the questions, and I'd like to invite Puneet up here on the stage, Regional Vice President and Managing Director for India. So Puneet,
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Gunjan. Greetings. Thanks. A lot of comments are coming. Once again, warm welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining another edition of the Usana Connect, and we're very excited about your participation. The numbers are growing. A lot of calls are coming. A lot of people are writing to our customer service. Please keep writing. We will be answering all your questions every week. I guess this connect is leading to something very big. We know for sure, and that's the direction we are. Slowly and gradually, we are consolidating and moving towards the launch. Still, the things are firming up, whether in terms of products, whether in terms of compensation plan, whether in terms of our stability of our products, testing, which is going on at this moment of time, and various other things. We're still hiring people. We are training them. I mean, our colleague Amit is traveling tonight to Philippines to learn the customer service, and lots happening with a clear goal of reaching to our targeted kind of dates or targeted months somewhere in August and September, mid September, like to launch the market. So stay tuned. Join us for all the meetings. What we have, all our global friends, we'd like to welcome them on this stage. And as Gunjan said, like the people who are living in India or the Indians who have an interest, kind of in our country, they're welcome to also join the evening calls. So what we will do now, we'll kind of quickly take the questions, what has been sent to us, and from there we'll go on. So the next slide. Okay, so there you go. So Gunjan, you want to start that or well, yeah.
I will, yes, for sure. Okay, so all the questions are up on the screen already, but let's take the very first one. When are we? I mean, this is a question, Puneet, we're getting quite regularly. When will we be able to get the price list and the shareable information on the compensation plan for India? Puneet, do you have any insight?
I can answer that. I think the prices are getting finalized. The MRPs are getting frozen. MRPs, the margins are getting calculated. There's lot of work happening at this moment of time, and we are pretty much confident that by the end of this month we should have the details with you so that you can start to plan, and including the shareable info on the compensation plan. So product pricing and compensation plan, that's the priority for us at this moment of time, and we are hopeful that another short few weeks from now we should have that available for you.
Okay. And the next one is, if I have a friend from India who wants to enroll, so what's the process? How do I get them to enroll in India? Or actually, should I wait until September when the market finally opens? And of course, we need to know as to what to do while we wait for September 2023 opening.
So I can take that. I would highly recommend that, what to do now. I think that's something very important. Everybody is asking, what do we do? I would always say just connect to people, make a list, talk to people, speak about Usana, Usana's branding. Usana has 30 years of history. Usana is now already in 24 markets, now entering in India. So build Usana as a brand within India. I'll be very honest, we are still new. People know Usana, but they don't know Usana. Right. So this is the time to tell about who we are. This is the time to speak about Dr. Ven's story. This is the time to speak about Usana's difference about various technology. This is the time to invite them for the evening meeting. What we will have every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Just ensure that they are there. They are meeting us virtually right now. But once your office is ready, more than happy to have them visit our office and kind of work with us. So this is the time to do a pre-work, and somewhere around we are hopeful that let's say we launch in early September, and we will open for pre-registrations few days in advance so that you can log in at that time, you can create your trees and whatnot. So from that perspective, highly recommend to make a list. uh, you know Even if I don't know, right or wrong, sometimes I visualize that, imagine you have somebody who's kind of being referred, or even if you are like a global Indian and you have a business in India, man, on the day, on the first month, you achieve one of the titles, which is like you dream of, right? From India. So why not, work towards it? Any information you need, that will be given here at this platform. But for sure, I would encourage to talk to people. The business is always about talking to people. So talk to them right now. Yeah.
Okay, the next one is coconut is branded as vegetarian. However, the soft gel is made from a non-vegetarian source. Is there a new soft gel that Usana India will be using? Puneet, I can take that, and I think I already kind of informed all our
Yeah.
friends that coconut in India is not in the soft gel form. It would be in the tablet form, and hence the R&D facility, the entire team who's working with the formulations could get us the vegetarian coconut in India. Yeah. So, okay, Anthony, the next one probably for you. What is the best way
Yeah.
to start the business in India? Do the international associates should they register in as an Indian company, or should they just start the business as an expatriate?
I would recommend that, please, because the laws are, connect with the local legal councils you have, if you know some CPAs or your, friends around in India or globally. I would highly recommend, because it's like case to case basis. If I want to set it up as a company, I mean, there are some rules which you have to follow, like other countries. Similarly, if you want to come as a sole proprietorship, I'm like a Puneet. I just want to do my business. I think the rules are different. So I would highly recommend connect to your local. I mean, if you have people there, so talk to them who can legally guide you in a right way. Manage the taxation too, because somewhere India has a double taxation treaty, somewhere it doesn't have. So the best is that connect with somebody who can really help you establish in a right way. This will be a recommendation. Yep.
And then, of course, as you said, connect with people, talk about Usana. So, our friends here would like to know, will there be any promotional material videos made for India, which can be shared with our
Absolutely.
contacts in India?
Absolutely, because we are already working on it. The team back in the US is supporting us with some, promotional material. Also in India, we have joined hands with the company that's supporting us with, will be supporting us with various, product related videos, compensation plan related, AVs, and of also, as the right now the labels are still forming up. So even if you do something, we're just not, we are still in a kind of a pre-launch phase. So definitely this will be given, and this will be shareable too, so that you can take that and share with your friends and families here, in India and around the world, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so Puneet, when do we invite Indians from India to look at the business opportunity?
Yeah, invited right now. Every Tuesday evening, you have a meeting. So talk to people, connect with them, plug into the meetings. The more the merrier. The more people come on these calls, I mean, the more it grow. So do it now. And every week we are trying to kind of add some new things. We're really trying that whatever is getting ready, we present here. In the evening calls are going to be like English, as we call in India, Hindi plus English. It's not like a pure English. it has to be locally. It has to have a local flavor. So I think talk to them and plug them into our Usana's weekly connect every week that happens on Tuesday evening, 5 p.m. India time.
So those Indians who wish to try the products first and prior to the launch, do we have to ship them from our local country to India? Are we allowed to do so? I mean, so people in
Uh,
India, I guess, would be able to try the
yeah,
products.
I can take that. I would highly discourage not to do that because the law, the lands are like a little tough. They customs usually stop these things. I won't. I mean, personally, won't recommend that. But I mean, on a personal note, if I am coming from say Philippines to India and I want to kind of pick some things and gift it to people, I think that's very different than I'm shipping. I mean, we would personally as a company discourage people to do that because end of the day they're going to get calls and then many compliances, many challenges do come. So, but you know, don't do that. But there's another question further down. I believe that that while somebody else, if you guys are traveling to India, just connect with us. And if our products are ready, we would like to work something for you. I mean, as a plan, and always there to support you. Yeah.
The next one is, will we need to send in new associate details to Usanaindia email address, or can we do it through the hub? Is there a specific email address to send these details to? I can take that from it. So yes, as an international associate, if you are referring a person to be enrolled in India, you can connect with the USANA India customer service email ID, and they will ensure that the associate gets enrolled and you are the referring sponsor for the India Associate. Yeah. And the email ID, of course, would remain the same, customer service in at usanainc.com. Could you see the same this question from quite a few sources? People, there are individuals with OCI status. Can they enroll as an associate in India?
This is what I would recommend. The people who hold the OCI status, they know their rights, you know. So I think they definitely know they can invest in India, they can buy properties, they can do business in India. But just tell them that they know their rights. You know, for example, in my understanding, I mean, I'm not the right guy, but I think they can do for sure. But still, ask them to check, ask them to know their rights. They know their rights very well, so technically, these guys are aware, but still talk to the legal counsel because again, country to country, couple of times, as per my knowledge, the law changes. Connect to the legal guys. So, I mean, the people know. I mean, if I am a OCI holder, I know my rights. I know that India doesn't offer the dual citizenship. You can't have two passports, but still, there are rights which the OCI and the PIOs have. Government gives you. So talk to them. Yeah, they know. Yep.
An international associate enrolls an Indian national in India, and this Indian national then wants to add someone from outside of India under him or her. Um, okay, so it's the same way the way it works for you. You let's say you based out of Philippines, Malaysia, Australia, wherever. You can enroll a person in Australia and you can enroll a person in India too and become a referee sponsor for the Indian national. So similarly, when the Indian national is actually enrolling someone in another market, the Indian national would then become a referring sponsor to that person. And of course, if you are a person who's and you, this person is now being recruited in your market, that person can obviously be placed under you in that tree, and that's the request. The Indian national, of course, can give to the country that kind of he's enrolling the person in. So it works the same way. It's the same kind of a collaboration. The way it works for you in India, same way, similar way it would work for an Indian recruiting outside of India. And then the next one is requirements for preferred customer, affiliates, associates. Are they same or different? And what about the benefits for each? I can take that. Yes, preferred customer basically does not need any kind of ID proof or anything. All they need to do is, give us their email address and give us their phone number and address. Of course, to ship the products to them, that's all that they need. Yeah. Talking about affiliates and associates, and there's some kind of earning involved, they need to submit what is called as the KYC, Know Your Customer document. And in India, there's an ID proof that's called Aadhaar card. Yeah, all the Indians are having it, and not just the Indians. If there are any foreign nationals who are in India, they also get an Aadhaar card. It's like an ID proof with a number. So that's one of the documents. It gives both the ID proof and the address. And of course, for all their commissions that they are generating, they need to kind of give us their social security number and of course their banking information. So these are the important documents that they need to submit. Talking about the benefits, as we said, customers can buy the products at preferred price or at the auto orders discount. Affiliate can, of course, enroll customers or affiliates under them and start to earn commission from there. Yeah. Associates, I don't think I need to emphasize anything out there. You know that already. The next question is, can an international associate refer an affiliate in India? Well, I think Dan also answered this question and we just take it up one more time. Dan answered it last week. See, if you are an international associate and your market already has an affiliate program, then it makes sense for you to enroll an affiliate in India. However, if you're from a market where the affiliate program does not exist, our recommendation is try and enroll associates in India rather than an affiliate. Because if you're not a participating market, then you would not be able to earn out of the affiliate that you sponsor in India. And Puneet, I think this is the question that you were talking about. Can an
Yeah.
international associate buy the products when they are in India?
Uh, at this moment of time, they cannot. They are not kind of allowed. But when you are here, my suggestion is that before you visit here, if you plan to visit, please send a mail to the customer service, and then someone from our side will connect with you and will try to help you wherever the best way we can. So don't worry about it. Welcome to India. We're always there to kind of support you. But just inform us. We'll be really nice that, we would love to meet you or kind of connect with you and help you in any form, in any way possible. So, yeah.
So, what is the requirement to enroll as an associate in India? I think I covered that earlier, probably just about the repeat
Just, just to add to this point, to Gunjan, there's a thing called KYC. I'm just putting in a chat. If you don't know, it's called as Know Your Customer. Okay, Know Your Customer. Okay, this is KYC, Know Your Customer. Yeah, exactly, Know Your Customer. So this is very typical here when you tell the Indians that I just need your KYC documents. 99% of us knows what is KYC, meaning it's Aadhaar, it's PAN card, it's my address proof and my age proof. Address proof is where I live. They you can say Aadhaar card, voter ID, passport, driving license. So everybody is aware. But just say, the company needs your KYC documents. They'll give you. So this is very typical here. Whether you're opening any business, you are opening a bank account, you are investing in a mutual fund, or whatever, anything to do with the business or an investment, I think you got to give your KYC technically. So from that thing, like it's mandatory by law, so everybody knows. Just remember this word KYC documents. I mean, your 90% of the job is done from that perspective. Okay.
Can I enroll under my account per customer, Mr. Manjal? Of course, yeah. So you can enroll a per customer, you can enroll an associate, and if you are from a participating market of the affiliate program, you could even enroll an affiliate. Puneet, what are the guidelines and policies for doing business in India? A lot of
Yeah,
people wondering.
that's a very important question, and especially to Usana because we are like clearly a law-abiding company and a value-driven company. So we are firming up the terms and conditions. It's right now undergoing the legal process by the local legal Indian council. They are looking at it 5 times, 10 times, so that we firm up and then we release that. My hope that I'm hopeful that by the mid of July it should be available to you. Another 6 weeks from now, I gut feel, so that you have a look at it. They are more or less in line with the word what we have, plus a flavor of India, meaning the terms and conditions are like customized to the Indian laws. That's where I think it's right. It's stuck, meaning we are working onto it and ensuring that we are kind of compliant and we are abiding the law of the land. So we will release that soon, and we'll make an announcement here first to you, and then to the Indian people here who meaning in the evening meeting. But first, it will come to you. What's available?
If we sponsor a friend in India, how could we relate to their income? 40% of CVP in the first year until 2024. Do we need to advise our idea then? So yes, as we said, when you refer an associate in India, you will be connecting with our India customer service team, and that person then you become the referring sponsor for the India associate. So it gets kind of automatically recorded, and you will start to receive the 40% CVP every week or whatever your Indian associate starts to earn. Okay. The next one is if I refer an Indian prospect living in India, but I do not have anyone in my team or I know any leaders that are enrolled as Indian associates, who do I place my referral with? Will you give me options as to who I could choose to place this with? Okay, so I can take that. Well, yes. So as we kind of explained this last week also, and just repeating once again for your reference. See, one is of course if you know already someone, it's very easy. You could let us know who this person needs to be placed under. But in case you do not know, we will have our regular hopper system working out here, which with which the person could get you could get the option to kind of enroll. Yeah. So that's how the system would work in India. Okay, I am talking to prospects of Indian descent who live in Australia, but they travel back to India regularly. So should they enroll as your son associate in Australia, or should they enroll as a Tiosama Indian associate? Uh, so, okay, well, I would say, the choice is yours and the choice is theirs. The Indian person could do both if they have the documents related to what is required to enroll as an associate in Australia. They could do that, and if they have the right set of documents for India, they could do that. But yes, as I said, the choice is yours, and the choice is theirs. Okay, there's one more. A is an Australian, B is an Indian, but lives in Australia. They are together partners and on the same distributorship in Australia, I believe. If B enrolls in India, can A be his sponsor and benefit from his CVP or commissions? Well, to refer someone in India, it has to be a person who is currently, not a part of your Usana business now. So it's not like that you could split your distributorship into two and one becomes an Indian associate and you become a reference sponsor for that. So it has to be a person completely outside of your business. Yeah, I hope that kind of helped clarify. And I think we are now towards the end of our meeting. Puneet, I hand over to you. The next meeting, of course, would be on 13th of June.
So thanks, Gunjan, for really kind of connecting with people so well. There's so many messages are coming. We're very excited about it. So please do write to us, send us a mail. I mean, we'll try to answer your questions through this platform. We are also trying to update the already existing FAQs. I think hopeful that another 1 or 2 weeks will update that with these questions which are coming. They are forming up. Intention is that we want to stay connected with you. So please stay connected. Call as many as people. Talk to people. I would highly recommend you, and encourage you all that promote the evening meeting, promote 5 p.m. meeting. That's going to be really nice. That's more in Hindi and English put together. People do relate to the language. It's not limiting to India, but around the world. So I think that's where we highly recommend that you kind of promote that. With this, thank you very much for being on the call. It's been a great kind of connect. I love connecting with you all. So I really want to thank you for being here with us on the call, and see you then on 13th of June again with more updates and more fun. So thank you very much. Thank you, Usana family. Yeah, thanks a lot. Bye.
Not many years ago, there was a man who felt fire in his soul. And through one man's vision, we feel the difference deep in our bones. And we want everyone to know we are Usana. We're changing the world. We live life and love it. Haven't you heard? We dream of a place for all human race to be healthy and happy for life. The future's upon us. We are Usana. Year after year we grew, going forth with the power of two. Now it's changing lives, one person at a time, and it's waiting for you. And there's nothing we can't do. We are Usana. We're changing the world. We live life and love it. Haven't you heard? We dream of a place for all human race to be healthy and happy for life. The future's upon us. We are Usana. Nation to nation we go, making the whole world our home. Now together we're standing, one big family.